Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum class. This is Ms. Sidra Iqbal, visiting teacher of the Department of History and Arts, Division of Arts and Social Sciences, University of Education, Bangalore Campus, Lahore. So I'm here again with the course of Foreign Policy of Pakistan, Program Masters of History, which course code is HIST 4116. So students, I am here with the series of the Foreign Policy of Pakistan, in which we started a topic Russian intervention in Afghanistan. First of all, we had discussed its first lecture. Now we will discuss its second lecture. I hope you can understand the overview and the dates, origin, and causes of the Russian intervention and the motivation for Soviets and the motivation of Afghans. These all things basically we discussed in our first lecture. I hope you can understand all these things. Now we will continue our second lecture on this topic, which is Russian intervention in Afghanistan. We will discuss many things in these lectures as we started it from Mujahideen, the stance of Mujahideen. Afghan resistance fighters against Soviet forces and the Soviet controlled Kabul government, made up of 7 political Mujahideen soldiers, made up of 7 Sunni political Mujahideen soldiers, factions, and 8 Shia organization in Afghanistan, originally divided by regional, sectarian, political, and tribal ties. Not very not very united at the beginning of Soviet invasion. Organized in local tribal militias, no central structure. March 1980 formed Islamic Alliance for the liberation of Afghanistan for international recognition for the liberation of Afghanistan for international recognition and support of Afghanistan. Foreign aid. Other participants included volunteers from neighboring Middle East, Other participants, including volunteers from neighboring Middle East and North African countries, initially trained, funded by Pakistan's Inter-Services Intelligence (ISI), later supported by US, UK, Saudi Arabia, Iran, PRC, China, and Sunni nations. These all the foreign aid which they get, मतलब फॉरेन एड अगर हम देखते हैं तो उसमें दूसरे कंट्रीज़ लाइक मिडल ईस्ट और नॉर्थ अफ्रीकन कंट्रीज़ जो कि अफ़गानिस्तान की नेबरिंग कंट्रीज़ हैं, they also participated, including volunteers. Initially trained, funded by Pakistan's Inter-Service Intelligence, ISI का भी एक खास रोल है उसमें, और बाद में जो यूएस, यूके, सऊदी अरेबिया, ईरान, पीआरसी और सुन्नी नेशंस जो हैं उनकी सपोर्ट भी ख़ास तौर पे हासिल हुई थी। ख़ास तौर पे अगर हम देखें तो मिस्र जो है, सॉरी इराक सुन्नी स्टेट है, ईरान मतलब सदाम हुसैन के टाइम पे देखें तो यहाँ पे भी काफ़ी ज़्यादा तादाद ऑलमोस्ट सुन्नियों की थी। In 1983, US, UK, Saudi Arabia, PRC become supporters for Afghanistan. Weapons supplied through Pakistan. In 1986, US and UK supplied anti-aircraft missiles and ground-to-ground rockets that allowed Mujahideen to shoot down Soviet aircrafts. In 1983, US, UK, Saudi Arabia, PRC become supporters for Afghanistan. Weapons supplied through Pakistan. 1986, US and UK supplied anti-aircraft missiles, ground-to-ground rockets that allowed Mujahideen to shoot down Soviet aircrafts. Short-term effects on Afghanistan. 1 million Afghans died. 5 million Afghans refugees fled to neighboring countries, mainly Pakistan. अफ़गानिस्तान डिस्टेबलाइज्ड, 1 मिलियन अफ़गान जो हैं वो इसमें उनकी डेथ हुई थी। 5 मिलियन अफ़गान जो हैं वो रेफ्यूजीज़ बने और नेबरिंग मतलब जितने भी हमसाया ममालिक थे उनकी तरफ उन्होंने माइग्रेशन की। मेनली उसमें पाकिस्तान शामिल है, ख़ास तौर पे आप केपीके की तरफ देख लें तो आपको अफ़गान महाजरीन एक ख़ास तादाद के अंदर आपको मिलेंगे। और अफ़गानिस्तान पूरे का पूरा जो है वो डिस्टेबलाइज्ड हुआ। इसके अलावा अफ़गान इकॉनमी जो है वो बुरी तरह से इफ़ेक्ट हुई। शॉर्ट टर्म इफ़ेक्ट सोवियत। अब शॉर्ट टर्म इफ़ेक्ट्स जो कि सोवियत को हुए, 14,000 सोवियत सोल्जर किल्ड 14,000 सोवियत जो फौजी थे वो मारे गए। सोवियत लॉस्ट 1,000 pieces of equipment and 450 एयरक्राफ्ट। सोवियत के जो हज़ारों की तादाद में जो असला है वो गुम हुआ। इसके अलावा जो है 450 एयरक्राफ्ट। सोवियत के यूएलिटीज़ 50,000 सोवियत टैंक्स withdrawing from Afghanistan after suffering heavy losses। long term effects costed Soviet Union billions of dollars of debt, which severely weakened the Soviet Union, contributed to the fall of Soviet Union। Afghanistan is brought to state of civil unrest even today। Soviet authorities became questioned by its war in Afghanistan 2001, people which weakened their empire। सोवियत यूनियन जो है उसको बिलियन डॉलर्स जो है उस पर कर्जा आया, जिसने सोवियत यूनियन को बहुत ज़्यादा जो है वीक कर दिया था। और इसी की वजह से फॉल ऑफ सोवियत यूनियन जो है उसमें ये एक बहुत बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन था। अफ़गानिस्तान जो है वो उसकी स्टेट ऑफ सिविल अनरेस्ट, इवन अफ़गानिस्तान अभी तक डिस्टेबलाइज्ड है। सोवियत अथॉरिटीज़ पे क्वेश्चन उभरा बाय इट्स वॉर इन अफ़गानिस्तान 2001 उन लोगों पर विच वीकेंड देयर एम्पायर। International reaction: President Jimmy Carter placed a trade embargo against the Soviet Union on shipments of commodities such as grain. This resulted in newly increased tensions between the two nations, on top of recently sparked apprehensions in the West directed toward the detention of thousands of Soviet troops which were of close proximity to oil-rich regions in the Persian Gulf. The Soviet intervention in Afghanistan effectively brought about the end of the use of chemical weapons. There have also been numerous reports of chemical weapons being used by Soviet forces in Afghanistan, often indiscriminately against civilians. A declassified CIA report from 1982 states 1982 that between 1979 and 1982 there were 43 separate chemical weapons attacks which caused more than 3,000 deaths. By early 1980s, attacks with chemical weapons were reported in all areas with concentrated resistance activity. Destruction in Afghanistan. Civilian death and destruction from the war was considerable. Estimates of Afghan civilians' deaths vary from 5,62,000 to 20 lakh. 5 to 10 million Afghans flew to Afghanistan and Iran. One third of prior population of the country and another 2 million were displaced within the country. In the 1980s, half of all refugees into the world were Afghan. Aftermath. Weakening of Soviet Union. According to scholars Rafal Ravani and Asim Prakash, the war contributed to the fall of Soviet Union by undermining the image of the Red Army as invincible, undermining Soviet legitimacy, and by creating new forms of political participation. The war created a cleavage between the party and the military in the Soviet Union, where the efficacy of using the Soviet military to maintain the USSR's overseas interest was now put in doubt. In the non-Russian republics, those interested in independence were emboldened by the army's defeat. In Russia, the war created a cleavage between the party and military, changing the perception of leaders about the ability to put down anti-Soviet resistance militarily as it had in Czechoslovakia in 1968, Hungary in 1956, and East Germany in 1583. As the war was viewed as a Russian war fought by non-Russians against Afghans, outside of Russia. It undermined the legitimacy of the Soviet Union as a transnational political union. The war created new forms of political participation in the form of new civil organizations of war, veterans amnesty, which weakened the political hegemony of the Communist Party. It also started the transformation of the press and media, which continued under glasnost. Results: Soviet failure to quell the Afghan Mujahideen insurgency. Geneva Accord 1988. Withdrawal of Soviet forces from Afghanistan. Continuation of the Afghan Civil War. Without Soviet troops and Mujahideen victory in 1982. Thank you so much, students. I hope you can understand. If you have any question, you can ask me anytime. Good luck.